Yeah, and probably with a fucking actual license.
You think?
On it. Not a. Hey, this is not a Charger.
Yeah.
This is. Yeah, I can't even make a fucking joke. It's so stupid. With this, it's such bullshit, dude.
Well, and you know, with like the Midnight Suns and all that kind of stuff that they've been.
I don't know what that
teasing
means.
and stuff. Like.
Small talk.
Welcome everyone to the show, or Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. I am your host Dylan, as always, joined by Sean and Ed and Eddie, Money Mendez. Thanks for joining, guys. See, I missed one show and I can't even
do the intro anymore.
Yeah, I even mess up the intro. And I was gonna make the clip. You trying to like break into your first thing and it's just like awkward silence and then you just like solo the slides all funny, but I'm like, I won't put Sean on the spot. You did a good job. You killed it on the last show, Sean.
It was
nice
my
job.
cold open. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, but anytime you get Dean going on HasLab, it kills me. So that was perfect. I was dying at that. I feel like no one else except for Brenton laughed really hard at that. He's like,
I missed it.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I was laughing at it right now when I saw it because I was on my phone or something and I missed it.
God, I laughed my ass off when I was watching that show live.
Yeah.
He's just so up in arms already. It's so funny.
He's like Newman
God.
from Seinfeld. He gets like increasingly worse, more red.
Right. He can't,
at the end of it, he's talking like this.
Oh, shit. Hey everyone, let's see. We got Toy Mafia, Quinn Aguirre, Punisher XX, Cody, Toy Mafia, Skills Power, Arelis, Absolute Irwin, Jason, Jeff. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining. Cody, sorry, we don't typically touch on that. None of us are big into Warhammer, and then Toy Joy is kind of a hit or miss kind of, I guess, brand, but I have heard good things about that line specifically. The biggest thing is we just gotta eventually call it. There's so many small scale stuff to cover. Obviously our show would be 6 hours long if we'd cover it all.
Sometimes
so sorry,
we cover
Cody.
the McFarlane Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, we'll cover the McFarlane stuff. But I do.
That's how you're gonna have to get your fix.
I have liked one of the McFarlane. They're like one of the creatures from Warhammer, and I have see it in my comic book shop all the time.
Is it that like really lanky looking one?
Yes,
I've seen
those things look cool. It's not the Cthulhu looking thing.
No. It's like a
Tyanid
robot.
Gene Stealer. That thing looks pretty cool in person. But anyways, so feels good to be back. You guys killed on the last show. I had a pretty good weekend. So what I was doing during the show that weekend is I was actually driving. So Amanda and I had a wedding on the total opposite side of the state, and it was in South Dakota actually. Wow. And we stayed at my parents' place where I'm originally from that night. So like right when we got there, the show was pretty much finishing up. And then from there, we had a wedding in South Dakota on Saturday. And then from Saturday, we just, or after the wedding on Saturday, Amanda and I decided to root around the 2 national parks in South Dakota, Wind Cave, and then the Badlands. And it was awesome. And yeah, we ended up, some significant things happened. We ended up getting engaged. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is pretty significant, sir.
Dang, congratulations.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
congrats.
So it was a pretty big trip. I had
Did
it
you do
planned
it-
for a while.
Did you do it right on the border? So it was like north and south at the same time?
No, it was in the Badlands. So we were well into the
Like
well into
Lion
the
King? That's the Southlands, I think.
Uh,
Oh, it was the Southlands, though. Haha!
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now. The stuff where the sun doesn't touch or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Small
Which is
big
all
live
of
stream for the
North
wedding.
and South Dakota. The sun
Yeah.
does not touch.
But yeah, so I figured I'd been
It's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah,
Congrats.
Amanda's been patient enough. We're approaching.
It's about
Eddie
time
and-
now.
Yeah, we're approaching Eddie and Adriana
Wow.
time frame.
You had
so.
to just right under that bus there. It's crazy. Just right
She's
under-
not watching, right?
She just got home.
We're good. I don't see her in the chat yet. Stay,
Okay.
Sean. Thanks, everyone. It feels good, Louise. I don't know. I wouldn't go that far about size mattering, but
For the ring, maybe.
oh. So yeah, I actually got lucky. Amanda's not a super flashy gal, so she didn't require like a super big gaudy thing.
Very easily impressed. As you
Yeah.
could see by Dylan's face.
Shut up, bitch!
Good one. Good one.
Rainer, what's going on? So, anyways, yeah, it was a pretty good trip. And then getting back into things has been kind of hard since it was kind of the longest trip of the year. But we'll break into it right away. We got a pretty good sized show sheet as far as news is concerned. So we'll just quickly kind of break into what we got new. Sean, if you want to kick her off.
Yeah, so during OxCon, we went to one of the local shops, and I picked up the SH Figuarts. Sorry, one second. SH Figuarts Star-Lord from Infinity War. I've been wanting this guy for a long time and didn't want
Nice.
to buy him online.
See if you can zoom in on that portrait there. See if you can get it to. It's because it's a pretty decent portrait, I think. Let's see.
Yeah.
Come on. You could.
It's
almost
gonna do it.
so
Come on.
close.
Nope.
No.
I don't think so. Anyway, but I was really excited to finally pick that up. I've been wanting to replace my Legend Star-Lord for a really long time. A local friend of mine also found me the Thor
Oh, dude.
Herald Galactus.
I sat in a Target for about 30 minutes staring at that like, do I need this?
really want
Do I need this? And eventually I decided no, I do not need that. But it is a very good looking figure.
Well,
And you know what actually entices me the most about it? The Ravens. I don't know why, but I want the Ravens.
right here, man. The Ravens are awesome.
That's dope.
And I had to get it just because Galactus is coming.
Yeah.
My shipping notice should be coming any day for that. The
Sweet.
next one, or actually, you know what? I'm gonna do one more, and then the next one's gonna be a spoiler from Wakanda Forever. So if you don't want to see it, just hang on for a little bit. But the next thing I got was the Yellow Ranger. Shout out to Rainer for finding this in Houston, Texas.
Nice.
And she comes with the two head sculpts, the regular, and then
Rainer doesn't live in Houston, does he?
no, he had taken a trip up there. And
He's
then
got
there's
a
the
girl
next
out
one.
there,
I
though.
really need to figure out the
So he's out
blurriness
there a
on
lot.
that camera with the
I'm just fucking around. I don't know if he has a female in that area.
another friend, or the same friend that found the Thor for me, also found the Red Ninja Ranger.
Nice.
And then the Cat Ninja Ranger. And I'll probably get rid of this figure because I already have the Kimberly version, and I'm just going to keep the two head sculpts for Cat and sell that thing for like $10 or something like that.
That line is pretty close to being complete. Eh?
It is.
How
I
many?
think it is complete actually.
Oh,
Because
wow.
there was never a Green Ranger. It was the White Ranger. Yeah, and the black, blue, and then the first pink. Another shout out to Rainer for Moltres. So this will complete the legendary birds for me for
Jesus,
the Pokemon.
he's
Nice.
brokering all kinds of shit for you.
Yeah,
I know.
he came in super clutch.
So did you like have him searching for this, or
He had mentioned that he was going to Houston and stuff, and if there was anything I was looking for, and I was like the Yellow Ranger, and I have the friend who found me the other Power Rangers and the Thor. He was also looking for a Yellow Ranger, so he found him that. So I'm gonna meet up with that guy tomorrow. The only other couple things that are coming in new are Galactus should be here this month. I know on some of the forums on Facebook, guys are already getting them. So I should be getting my shipping notice here hopefully in the next week or so, 2 weeks. And then as Eddie said earlier on our private chat, Dylan may or may not have corrupted me to get Alithia from Mythic Legions and the horse. I don't remember what the horse's name is, but so I got those, and I might also be getting the Headless Horseman. To see if it's available. So
That's a great looking figure. The headless.
I know, and I'm a big Halloween guy, so it's a good fit. But other than that, that's it. Yeah, that's it for me.
yeah? Funny thing about ordering that Headless Horseman. So I got. I'll talk about it later. I'll let Eddie go.
Okay, so the model kits that I was talking about last show, I built all the ones I got for my birthday. So this is
shit.
Magnamon.
How long did
He's
they
pretty
take
cool.
to build?
Take about an hour, maybe a little more, depending on how fast you're going. But they're not very difficult kits. So that was Magnamon. Then you got War Greymon, which is the most recent one I built from the Digimon line.
Isn't he like the highest evolved form of that one small like blue guy with the claws?
He's not the highest. I don't
Oh.
think he's the third. I want to say he's like the third Digivolution, whatever. I don't remember the names of everything, guys. I remember liking the show, but I don't remember all the shit. But and then Garurumon. This is Metal Garurumon. This one's really cool. I don't have the SHF figure of this one. I have the SHF figure of War Greymon, so I was excited to get this. So it's pretty cool. And they're pretty cool. They're decently posable. They're pretty sturdy. Like, I don't feel like they're going to fall apart when I mess with them. So that was all the Digimon model kits that I got for my birthday from Adriana. And then this one I've had for a while. I just had never built it, and I finally built this since I finished the Digimon. And this is Metabee from Metabots. I don't know if you guys remember Metabots. It was a cartoon / anime from the 90s, late 90s, maybe early 2000s, ran into a little bit. But this was pretty cool when I was a kid. It was kind of like Beyblade. I don't know if you guys remember that, where like kids would get together and fight their Beyblades or whatever, but it was with robots. So they would get together and fight their robots, and it was like during that time of the 90s where robots were the shit and you wanted to fight them and all that stuff. So they had Metabots, and I have another model kit that I'm working on from that show. That was all my model kits. I know we don't really talk about model kits too much on this show, but that's really all the small stuff that I had. And then yesterday Amazon had a sale, and they had this Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends Mac Pop, and I fucking love Cartoon Network stuff, as you could see. Like, I love like cartoons and stuff when I was a kid. So what was that, Dylan?
What is that from?
This is from Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. It was on Cartoon Network in the early 2000s, I think. But here's some of the other characters in the line. You got Blue. I need that Eduardo pop for obvious reasons. And yeah, this was $3 on that Amazon sale. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. The box came in a little damaged, but I'll probably take it out anyway. And then this was also on the Amazon sale. It is Goofy movie, one of those VHS covers they're doing now, which comes in
Wait.
like a little hard case.
Your name is Eduardo, not
Yes.
Edward.
Eduardo,
I'm just kidding.
you jackass.
Life changed.
I know.
You just changed Dylan's life.
You're not white. No, I'm just.
Have you guys heard of the comedian Tom Segura? He like has a couple
Yeah.
of podcasts.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he in one of his stand-ups, I used to watch him all the time years ago, but one of his stand-ups, he talks about how he was like born in Spain or born in Mexico, I think.
Yeah.
So he speaks Spanish, and he like blew this old white dude's mind that he was Mexican, but he's like white. He's like, yeah, those things can happen.
I think I've heard him talk about that. Like a lot of people don't know that he's Mexican. Like, or
Yeah.
that he, you know.
Because
I've
his
heard him
mom
say
is
that.
his mom is like his mom is Mexican and his dad is white, I think.
Yeah.
Caucasian.
He was on a podcast that I like by Ethan Suplee, the dude from Boy Meets World, Frankie, I think, from Boy Meets World.
Oh, okay.
He has a health and fitness podcast, and because he's like lost a ton of weight, he's a bodybuilder now. But
Oh yeah. I know
he
who you're
had
talking
Tom
about.
Segura on there, and he was pretty good. They were talking. Yeah, they mostly talk about like health and fitness shit, but they'll get into like life stuff too. But
So,
Yeah.
Eddie, so you're gonna jump pretty deep into the model kits, you think, after these last few builds and stuff? or what?
I don't know about deep into them. I like doing stuff in the hobby that like is like also like tinkering stuff
Sure.
like that. So like I like the Digimon stuff, and there isn't a ton of Digimon figures, so I got those. They have a bunch of other Digimon model kits that are like, they're called amplified, where it's more like Gundam versions. So there's like
Sure.
more Gundam looking War Greymon, and there's a more Gundam looking Metal Garurumon. I don't know if I'll get those ones because I prefer like their original look. So there's another one coming out for the the regular line, not the amplified line. That's it's one of the, it's Impildramon or I forgot how you say it, but I think that one's coming out, so I'll probably get that for the Digimon line. And then the Metabots line, there's a couple here and there, and then the Zoids is the ones that I really like, but they're
Yeah.
way more difficult to build, and they don't stay together for shit.
Yeah.
Like I gotta glue pieces because the legs will fall off, and they're just not very sturdy kits. Like if you want to pose them up in it, you pose it and you just leave it there because the pieces will fall off. But those are probably the coolest ones, and they take a lot of time. Those will take several days, like just coming back to them. But that's really for model kits. That's all I really want. Oh, actually, I sent you these on the group, Sean. They have a bunch of Power Rangers stuff. So they have like a bunch of Zords, and they have the whole team of Wild Force, which is pretty sick, dude. And I was like, oh, I feel like I need to get those. So I might get that whole set of Wild Force Rangers, and then all the Zords. They literally like did all of them, dude. It's crazy. So I'll probably get into that.
I have like 6 Gundams from Endless Waltz that I have just not built, partially because just time.
Yeah.
But then like I was doing them weekly for the longest time. I would spend weekends in the garage, cutting the gates off and sanding them down, and then coming back, painting them, and then organizing them and how they should be built and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I just like similar with like the comics, I just kind of fell off of it. It's like, you know what? I just need to back off, and I've built so many, but like it would literally finish the Endless Waltz line for me, and I just have them up in my closet, just kind of hanging out, waiting. And there 3 of them are P Bandai exclusives, so over $100 kits. So
Well, I haven't got into painting any of them yet. I kind of just build them, because I'm not good at painting. Zach has told me some paint to get, and I have some paint that I've gotten. And I have like panel lining. Like I'll do that because that's easy.
I do that.
Just, little stuff.
For me with the paint, I just took those little model kit spray cans.
Yeah.
And because I'd rather have my Gundam flat. Like, to me, like, if you've been in battle and you fought and stuff like that, you shouldn't have this glossy look.
Yeah.
You know, so if the color doesn't come in flat, I bought a flat clear coat, and I just mask it with that. So
Yeah. They definitely look way better if you're gonna get into like all the painting and stuff.
yeah.
They can look really good. I don't know. I haven't taken the time. I've watched a bunch of videos on it, but I just haven't gotten into it.
Yeah.
So maybe someday.
I
will.
almost bought an airbrush about probably like 6 or 7 years ago.
That's when you can really start making them look pretty cool with shading and stuff.
Sorry, Dylan, really quick before we move on. I did not show my Wakanda Forever spoiler, and I don't have to show it, but the only other thing I got in new was the Riri Williams Ironheart suit from the movie.
I saw that at Target. That's a pretty cool looking figure, man.
It is, but it is very, very poorly designed. And
really?
MCU Collector was like, he goes, I feel like this is like the starter suit, and we'll see another deluxe suit towards the release of the movie or just after the release of the movie, because like the arms are really hard to move, the jetpacks are in the way. She's got wires hanging off of her for like her big beam gun. It's just an awkward suit the way it's built.
So you're talking about the deluxe one you got?
No, I mean,
With
if you
the
want me to
effects?
show it, I could show it, but I know I've been
feel
called
like
out for
it's not a
spoilers
spoiler.
before, so
I
I'm
don't think
just
it's a spoiler, dude.
I'm learning my lesson.
Well, it's in the stores, so everyone, he's gonna show it here.
All right. So
Yeah, isn't that considered like a deluxe? Wasn't that?
Yeah,
yeah,
the thing
it was a
is,
deluxe.
there's a Lego that has the actual like first like the Mark 1, and it's not that. So this is probably the end.
This
suit.
was a cool little accessory. So these are like little. You could take these little pieces out.
the thrusters.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then
Yeah,
I
it came
really-
with a ton of effects, right? Like smoke effects and like launch
Yeah, like it has like the same. It's the smoke effects from the original Riri comic version.
Oh, okay.
That looks like a tech on.
Yeah,
head
it kind of
sculpt.
looks. It has a very Wakanda feel to it because
It
obviously
does.
she builds it in Wakanda. So
And then what's cool about the hands is that there's actually ports for the little repulsor beams, 2 repulsor beams,
Oh
and
yeah.
then
They like
2
wrap
of
around.
these little like
Interesting.
gauntlet things.
yeah, see, those remind me of Shuri's weapons.
Yeah.
You could
She
tell
looks
like maybe Shuri had influence on her.
MCU
helped her
Collector
build
was
it.
saying how he didn't really like the legs, so they're just really awkward. But he like this is like the Mark 1 for her, but like it's hard to move her arms up because this thing is so big and bulky right here, and you got 2 of them on either side. So like I had to like force this arm right here to go all the way up with that plugged in. So. And then, like, she has her cable here. So he was kind of saying, like, you feel like it would be, like, nanotech, being like, post Iron Man style stuff.
It's not like you wouldn't think all of his technology just disappeared.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see that. I'm not the biggest fan of that suit. I don't know much about Ironheart, but I thought I was looking at like a fucking Power Ranger or something right away.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it definitely has a unique look. I think if it's like a Mark 1, that is really cool. That's the Mark 2. Is it really?
Yeah. There's a Lego that shows the Mark 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
See, I didn't know
he
that.
was saying.
She kind of
If that's
in
the
the trailer
case,
you
then,
see her building it, kind of like the
it's-
way he was building in the first movie.
It's definitely unique then if that's Mark II. That's definitely unique. I mean, it's very far off from the comic version, that's for sure, which is fine,
Right.
So,
So, new shit I got an annoyingly a lot of stuff. And I say it's annoying because like all of it came while I was gone, even though like some of it wasn't even supposed to. So, I had to constantly ask people to go pick up packages for me and stuff like that, and I really even haven't had time to open much yet. But so this one was one. Oh, the head popped off. That better not be broken. It's not. But I got the Mofex Gambit finally. Just stayed diligent, signing up for notifications when it came back in stock on some of those overseas retailers. And who was it that it popped up with? I forgot exactly. It wasn't Plaza Japan or Hobby Link. It's not any of the normal ones or Ami Ami. I can't remember which one it was, but it was the one that canceled a bunch of people's like Spider-Man and Venom orders.
I don't remember what that was.
Yeah, it was like 1999 something. I can't remember exactly what it was called. But anyways, so I got that. Got to open that. I'm actually really excited about this. I don't typically get comics for collecting, but this is a 1 in 25 exclusive, comic book store exclusive for Night of the Ghoul, which is R.L. Stein's new comic book line.
Oh,
And
cool.
I loved Goosebumps, so that's why I wanted to get into it growing up. And then I also, like Eddie, love Halloween. So I get, obviously, I feel like I have to since my birthday's on Halloween. But I got the Volume 8 Tales for Halloween by John Carpenter. I got the Witches trade in. And then the second volume of the current Moon Knight one. The second Eternals one in. And then
I need to read that Eternals line.
Then I got the Venom volume 1 and 2 of Epic Collection. So, pretty exciting there. Now, for the real stuff. I know Sean mentioned this earlier, but this was one. Haven't even gotten to take this out yet. But this is the Mythic Legion's Headless Horseman. It's a huge, by the way, because it comes with, obviously, like his horse and everything. But I'm really excited about that. It's like right up my alley, and I'm really excited about that one. So, this went up for sale on the Saturday of the wedding. And where we were is on Mountain Time, and this went up at 8 a.m. Eastern Time on their website. So they had two like runs of it. The first one was at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The next time I think was it 6 p.m. Eastern Time, something like that. They did like kind of two.
Yeah, the one was in the evening. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I was like, I'm obviously gonna be probably either busy or be a little bit tuned up by the second round of them. So I'm like, I'm just gonna set up an alarm and get this one. And yeah, so I had to wake up at 6 in the morning my time at that point to wake up and order this one. I didn't have any issues. I had to sit in line for a little bit, but for the most part it came pretty easy. And then I got this guy. This guy was my last one from the Lithia wave that I really wanted that I haven't gotten yet. It is the Moose.
Oh, that's cool.
I forget his name because it's not on the box anymore. Oh, Alder the Moose. Actually, he was like the hardest one to find in the entire Lithia wave for the longest time.
And so is he just like a random moose, or like what's his relation to the wave?
He's like on the good guys' side. He's like their horse, kind of like they ride him.
Okay.
I also got the Centaur. Like I think Jason mentioned he got that as well because he said Mythic Legion's haul for me, Moose and Centaur. I got the Centaur as well. I got all of Alithia's brood from that wave, including Alithia and then her horse. And so far on the good guys, I just have Alder, the Centaur, and I think one or two others. I don't have the full wave yet. But pretty excited about that. I really like the wave. It's a lot of fun. Alithia, weirdly enough, while she's cool, she's almost, I don't know if she's my least favorite of all those vampires, but the other vampires like Baron Volgar, he looks really cool too. But that whole wave looks really cool. I really like the vampire kind of theme there. So yeah, it was a big couple of weeks. Just everything seemed to have came in at the same time. Trying to look around to see if I had anything else, but that was it. So moving on to the news here. That doesn't work, does it? Okay, so first thing with Mezco, they didn't have any releases figure-wise except for this to add on to their Static 6 line. They had the Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So this is Static 6 is their 1/6 scale statue line. Typically has a ton of different interchangeable parts and accessories and things like that. $250 due June to August of 2023. So she comes like sitting on top of like an old school black and white TV, and it's got interchangeable like pictures that you can put in the TV, which I think is really cool actually for her.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie, you like Elvira, right?
Yeah, I pre-ordered this.
You did?
Yeah, because I always like regretted not getting the Conan, so yeah, when I saw this one, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it because I always like wish I ordered that one, and I didn't realize this had so many like things going on, like light up and switch outs, and I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, I pulled the trigger.
Yeah. Well, cool. Yeah, you'll have to let us know what you think of that. So 11 inches tall. Like I said, she's sitting on the TV. 2 head portraits. She's got like a winking one and then like a smiling open mouth one. She's got 2 interchangeable right arms in different poses. Hands hand painted. Oh, it's hand painted.
Yeah.
Limited edition high-end statue light up feature on TV screen, and then 4 interchangeable images for the TV. I will say the only thing that I don't like the look of out of this entire setup, this whole thing looks cool. I think the rats look cool, the TV looks good, she looks good, is the popcorn. I know it's really kind of minuscule, but it just doesn't seem like, I don't know. It's the only thing to me that doesn't look all that great, but the rest of it looks amazing. I really like it.
I like the options of switching out the images on the TV screen, because back when she had her show, she was kind of like a host. Like, I don't know if you remember, like when FX used to have movie hosts and like people would talk about the movie like in between commercial breaks and stuff like that. She kind of did that back in the day for like scary movies. So like there's a couple different ones like Nosferatu and Wolfman, and I don't know what the other one is, I can't tell. But she would host them, so like she would talk about them for the commercial breaks, and she'd have like little funny sayings that she would say, and she'd talk about stuff. So it's cool that they had like threw that in there as like a little Easter egg, as if she's like showing you the movies. And I like the TV guide in her hand there. That's probably the arm that I'd go with. I'm not sure about which portrait yet. I think I saw some people in the posts on Facebook and stuff were saying the likeness was a little off, but I think in person it'll be good. It's pretty good, you know. I think it's pretty good, and I think the winking face, if you don't like the portrait, looks a little closer because she's got like an eye closed.
That's what
but I think it's cool, and I want to support the line because I like that they're doing 1/6 statues, and like I said, I regretted missing the last one, so I went on this one.
Yeah, and like you said, they seem to go all out with it, so that's really nice that they kind of give it their all overall. There's not many stones left unturned with what they could give her. or really for any of their statues. But yeah, I'm excited. I think this is cool. It's a cool idea, like you said, pretty interesting with the slide out, different interchangeable TVs. I didn't realize that it lit up until I was putting this up on the show sheet either.
Yeah,
But
me too.
yeah, even from like behind, it's like really detailed and everything. And the TV here with the cord coming out, like you could put this like on a one of those automatic turntables
Yeah.
over time, that
Yeah,
turns
that'd
really
be cool.
slow. But okay, so moving on. Yeah, you'll have to let us know how that is, Eddie. RumbleCon happened. I think it started the day after your guys' show last week. But there's a bunch of teases. I'll just quickly go through them because I'm sure we'll cover them more in depth later on. So RumbleCon, obviously, everything within RumbleCon is part of Rumble Society, which is their own branded kind of universe they've built out. So Death Adder, we've seen him on a coin before, just like a black snake kind of assassin. And then we got, that's the 112th Death Adder, and then we got a 112 Atticus Doom Necroverse edition, where he's kind of like glow in the dark, translucent blue type thing with a different robe on, and it looks like a different background to him. So kind of interesting. Hopefully they change them enough to make it worthwhile. But again, at the same time, I'm starting to get sick of redos until we start getting some of their normal ones, or some of their already ones that are up for pre-order. And then we had the 5 Points Doc Nocturnal they showed off with his Toad. Sorry, I don't know the actual name of him, but it was just a 3D model render that we saw of that. I didn't think that really warranted like a big deal because we've already gotten a 5 Points Doc Nocturnal, I'm pretty sure. But then we got a 112. What is this guy's name again? His name it started with a V. I couldn't pronounce it right, but I'll get back to you on that. And then the other one was they're doing another Cousin Eddie, which is awesome. A lot of people, I think, were kind of wanting another version of Cousin Eddie since the Christmas one that they had done. So that was really cool to see. And sorry, so the goat, kind of devil-looking guy, it's like a black goat. His name is Bartholomew Vex. Sorry, that wasn't as hard as I thought. But yeah. So Cousin Eddie, it also comes with Bella, which must be like his dog. So Cousin Eddie, Bella, and Bella Forever edition is what it's called.
Wow.
And then this one is pretty interesting. So the one next to him here is actual Slugfest, 112 Slugfest. And if you guys know anything like about Mezco or anything, typically you have to order these figures through they're all only through their website, and you have to go to a part of their website that's called Slugfest Emporium of Badassery. That's where they have all their own branded stuff. And this guy is kind of has been the logo for that, so it's cool that we're actually getting the figure of him. So yeah, well, a lot more to come with those. We'll cover them, like I said, more in depth once they go up for pre-order. But we had nothing for Mafex since the last show. Usually they're good for about one big or two releases, I should say, a month. So I think they had theirs already there. As far as McFarlane, there actually wasn't a ton there. One of the things we wanted to quick call out was the Shazam Gold Label version for Walmart. Showing already is sold out, but it is out now, I believe. $19.87 on Walmart. And then a few of their New York Comic Con teases that I wanted to cover. There's a bunch of kind of Batman. Really, there's another Joker. I don't know specifically the storylines all these are from. But then obviously they showed the Dark Knight trilogy figures that they're going to be doing. And then some interesting more page punchers that they're doing for 7-inch scale. Looks like a bunch of Aquaman figures, so those look pretty cool. And then for some of their actual figures that are up for pre-order now, we have the DC Collector Megafig. This is this is Frankenstein. $39.99 due November 15th. And then we had Mongol, who is also $39.99 due November 15th. So, and again, those are their mega figures, so going to be fairly large ones. But all right, Bad Fish, thanks. Yeah, we'll you'll miss out on the trivia, but I guess just make the wife feel. I'm just kidding. Don't make the wife feel bad.
Wow.
Okay,
You ain't married yet, man.
Yeah, I know. That's where I can get away with it. So Super 7, they had a couple different releases. So Dirty Old Bastard Ultimates figure came out, $54.99. Due Q4 of 2023. So pretty far out, I would say, with that. But yeah, so we've had, I think, the reaction version of him.
Right.
So
Yep.
it's cool to see that they're moving them to the Ultimates side as well. Gee, that is quite the packaging. Looks like a freaking mugshot on there. But interesting, really cool. So, hey Thor, thanks for tuning in. He said yes, waiting for that Frankenstein Mongol. McFarlane does it again. They're big figures. They do such a good job. I almost want to just see what they could do in 6 scale and like keep it fairly cheap just to see, because I feel like if they really put work into quantity or quality over quantity, I think they could do a good job. McFarlane, they already do for what they do. But next up, Godzilla vs. Destroya Ultimates. So this is the 1200 degree Celsius Godzilla, $84.99 due 4 of Q4 2023, and then the Destroya as well. Destroya,
This guy's
though,
crazy.
yeah, Destroya is bigger, which I think he's supposed to be. So he is $109.99 due of Q4 of 2023. Overall, these look intense. Like pretty crazy figures. NECA did a lot of these Godzilla figures, but I don't remember them doing the 1200 degree Godzilla like this. I know they did like burning Godzillas and things like that, but nothing like this. So I'm kind of excited to see how these turn out. I am glad that someone is doing high-end, outside of Monster Arts, high-end Godzilla stuff again. It's things we needed, I feel like, for a while now, ever since NECA wasn't able to move on with their license. So that's cool to see. I'm excited for those, to see how those turn out. So some New York Comic Con teasers. We had some more things from this one was already up, right?
No, I think it was.
It's up now.
We had talked about it last show.
They teased it, but it's up for pre-order now.
Okay.
Is it
So what's this guy's name? Boo, right?
Oogie
Oogie
Boogie?
Boogie.
Yeah, Oogie Boogie.
This is wave 4. Is it 4?
Yeah,
I want to say 4. Wave 4 of their Disney Ultimates line.
from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So it's just the 3D, or just the
The
unpainted
render.
model. It's
Prototype.
not the render, it's the actual
No,
figure.
sorry.
But yeah, they got the actual item sitting there. So that was cool to see. Thanks to Toy Arc for the pictures. So there's like Jack Skellington. They're showing off pretty much a bunch of these we've already covered. This one was cool, Nosferatu. And then you guys covered that alien that with the ball sack head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last show. We got the burning Godzilla there with Destroya. That Destroya looks nuts.
I wonder how big those boxes are, because Super 7 boxes are pretty good size boxes. Like, they're a little bigger than you
Already.
would think in hand, so
Yeah.
that box has got to be,
Probably the size of those
Pretty
Mythic
huge.
Legion boxes. They're deluxes.
yeah.
I bet you these are bigger than that. The Mythic Legion. Oh, you mean, never mind. Sorry. I was thinking of Marvel Legends when you said that for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, definitely not that. Hopefully not.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll be that size. Yeah, I could see it being like this size
Yeah,
for that Destroya.
maybe a little higher, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's Bruce Lee. They also showed the Mecha Godzilla from their Wave 2, and then we got a bunch of Silverhawk stuff shown off.
Thundercats.
Thundercat stuff. And then
Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers stuff.
The
Sean, I
Zords
can't
tempt
remember.
me,
Did you-
Sean.
Did you order any of this stuff?
I have not ordered any of this.
You
Not yet.
probably should. This stuff is
I
looking
was
good.
thinking, and when I saw that T-Rex, I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
that
it
thing's
looks pretty good.
huge."
I'm not a huge. I've said this so many times. I'm not a huge inbox collector, but that looks so good, just inbox
You know,
sitting there like that.
Bastard.
I want to see the Hasbro Ascensions Megazord figures first, like in person, before I go into this, because I still have that Dragon Zord on pre-order. So if I'm gonna go Ascensions, I will not go Super 7 just because I don't want a whole bunch of different stuff. But if I go Super 7, I'll probably skip out on the Dragon Zord.
Okay. Well, I'll pass it off here to you, Sean, for the SH figure.
Yeah, so the first one was the SH Figuarts Shinron exclusive edition for this was New York Comic Con for $130, due out March 2023. This was a P Bandai exclusive. Sorry. The pre-orders opened on the 9th. There is no closing window on this yet. But didn't they do one already? Like, I know they
This
did the
one's-
big guy, but didn't they already do a Shinron?
Yep. This one's like shiny. It's like repainted, kind of like what they did with King Ghidorah.
Okay. I mean, I think he looks cool. Like, I mean, if I were to get a dragon or a Z Fighter dragon kind of figure, this would probably be the one I want. This is the one I remember the most of, from when I watched the show and stuff. So he looks like he's fairly articulated, get him in all those kind of like curled up poses and stuff. That's cool to have the Dragon Balls at the bottom over there. So I'm not a big fan of like how many points they have to hold the stand has to hold the dragon up, but that's just a me thing. That's nothing to say about the figure. The other thing, if you'll move on, it's just some teases from New York Comic Con. So we had talked about the Broly last show. Not sure who this one is, but he looks really cool. He looks like just like a beefed up Piccolo almost, but I know it's not Piccolo. Keep going. You could just run through these real quick.
Eddie, do you know who this guy is?
I think it is Piccolo. I think it's a different
Damn,
version
where's
of Piccolo.
Dean?
I don't know.
I know, right?
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Say his name
Sorry.
3 times and maybe he'll show up.
Wow.
More Z Fighters, and I'm guessing a powered down version of Broly.
Yeah, that's the,
Chat talk it up if you know.
that is the powered down version. That's just
These were
regular
from the new movie, the new Dragon Ball movie.
That
I'm
effect
sorry,
is
not
cool.
Dragon Ball movie, but what is
Super.
it? Super movie,
Mhm.
right? And I think that power effect looked really cool. The only things I was really showing here is, we've already seen most of these figures, except that, you got the is it the Phase 2 and the Phase 3 Friezas? the horned one, and then the alien looking one, the that they just kind of announced. So those were really cool. I mean, I don't like this was like high time for me watching Dragon Ball Z. You know, was like the Ginyu Force and like all these guys just kind of doing their thing. So they look cool, especially Frieza. I think Frieza looks pretty cool. Okay, so that was Piccolo in ultimate form.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
So thanks, Equan. Appreciate that.
Oh,
Thanks,
from the
Mang.
newest movie. So that was part of that new Super movie too.
The new movie, yeah. That's pretty cool. You want to keep going there?
Jesus.
Ultraman.
All different kinds of Ultraman. Good lord.
Nope.
6 different ones.
Iron Spider that they are going to do, I believe, or it's either, I think it's No Way Home.
Yeah.
And then look
It
at
says released.
Look at the Doctor
Yeah.
Strange accessory there in the upper
Yeah, the
right hand corner.
snakes.
That's
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then from Love and Thunder, the Thor and Jane Foster. Those are all pretty cool too. I had considered getting Jane Foster. I'm just not going to jump on it. And then this was from Elder Rings. Haven't had a chance to play the game yet, but looks really cool. So it'll be interesting to see how those things kind of come out.
All right, so moving on to NECA news. We got the first one here. Universal Monsters Creature from the Black Lagoon teaser. So this one is still not up yet. I feel like this one should.
I think they were just showcasing the head sculpts because we had talked
Sure.
about it once for sure. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think they had the gray prototypes when we had seen it. They had like announced it and then the prototypes had dropped.
That might be what it is. It just feels like we've known this one is coming for the longest time, so I just feel like it should be out already. But
Well, and
Yeah.
you know I mean, this is just my assumption, but they've slowly moved into the colored figures, like the actual movies that were colored too. So
sure. Yeah. So it's also it's part of their 31 Nights of Fright, right? I think last year's their they had some bangers last year when we covered them during this. But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff there. They also showed off I love this. This one's creative. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle / Universal Monster Casey Jones crossover as the Phantom of the Opera teaser. That one's cool. Casey Jones is Phantom of the Opera. Just when I kind of thought they were gonna slow up on that line, but then they keep coming out with them.
But you got to think about
and-
it. Like you need a Casey Jones in there. Like if you did April O'Neil, you know, I feel like you need to round it out with Casey Jones. I wonder if they'll do a Shredder too, with something.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I thought maybe they haven't showed off Shredder, but anyways, so yeah, and then they showed off the accessory pack for Frankenstein. This is $41.99 due this month, so should be coming out soon. Sean, you said you're getting this, right?
Yes, I will get this as soon as it comes out.
Sweet. That'll be cool. And then they also showed off the Chucky TV series season 1 teaser. It's like just him facing the wrong way with kind of bloody hair. Kind of weird, but I saw like just a quick teaser of that TV show and I could not be any less excited for that. I don't know why. I've just never been a huge Chucky fan.
Same.
And then so the other thing, Universal Monster and TMNT one that they showed off, and this one's actually up for pre-order, is the Ultimate Donatello as Invisible Man, $37.99, due March of 2023. So this should be coming out soon. I love how his shell is like the translucent.
Translucent.
It's like it's like clear with pizza slices
pizza.
inside it. That's awesome. Really cool figure overall. Pretty creative. Obviously, like no real head sculpt, I guess, but they do a good job with these. These are
I mean, and
these are a lot of fun.
it's Invisible Man, you know. So
Yeah.
that was the cool
Oh,
thing
that's
about
right.
the original release that they're
You take
dropping
his head
too.
off and just pretend that
Exactly.
it's invisible.
He took the bandages off.
You could. So then we had Rob Zombie's The Munsters tease. We got Herman Munster, Lily, and Grandpa coming.
Bro, this
Eddie,
was he
you
doing
like
both Monsters like the old school and then the Rob Zombie, or was he
No.
just doing Rob Zombie?
They were just doing Rob Zombies.
I don't know if this movie.
If they were like
Sucked.
the if they
Did
were
it?
like the black and white versions, like they did the Universal
Yeah.
Monsters, I'd be.
I'm
in this.
hoping they do the original Monsters, because
I
part
need,
of
like,
me wants to get these just because it's the Monsters and they kind of look like the
Mhm.
old characters, like Herman and
Yeah.
Grandpa do. But
Yeah, Lily
this
doesn't.
movie, man, I couldn't finish it. I struggled through 10 minutes and then I kept pushing for like 20 minutes and I was like, I can't watch this shit, man.
I
It's-
want to.
It's
Wow.
goofy. It's extremely
And
goofy.
you like monsters a lot, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I
it
want a
was something
TV
else.
Land nod too. if they
Oh,
ever
yeah.
did like regular versions.
Yeah. It would be cool to
And-
make the boxes like a TV Land box.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And then this was the big tease so far up to this
Dude.
point for me. This obviously is.
Why do
is
I
the
want
thing
this so much?
I was the most because the movie is freaking awesome. Like I
Well,
said, I wasn't
it's
the
good.
biggest fan of the helmet. I think it's cool. It's different. But the overall Predator looks fine. I think he's cool. So
I like
this
his
is the
dreads. I don't
Yeah.
know why I like his dreads. Like he's straightened
Same.
them.
So this is the Feral Predator from the Hulu TV or Hulu movie. What is it? What's it called again? Holy
Prey.
shit.
You
Prey,
fucking
thank
loved
you.
it. You don't even remember the name.
Yeah, fake fan apparently.
Fake.
Jeez.
But yeah, I loved Prey so
One
much.
vacation.
Yeah, I'm totally out of it. But yeah, this guy was pretty awesome. It was a pretty gruesome movie. I was not expecting that. Like to be released
Yeah, it
straight
was
under Hulu, like Disney owned. I was like, oh, here we go. Another shit Predator movie, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'll give it. It was it's definitely a lot better than the shit we've been getting like the past 3 movies or something. Sucked.
I think so far, it's got to be one of my favorite movies of the entire year.
Wow, the entire year, huh? You're not counting was Maverick this year or was that last year?
That's up there too. Maverick was this year.
Okay, that's
Maverick.
That's my top.
That was really good. There's another one that was really good too, but yeah,
what
it
about
was-
Ghostbusters? Was that this year or last year?
I actually have not seen that one yet.
That
But
was
I got to
pretty good.
rewatch. I got to rewatch the old one before I do that.
Hey guys, can I
Um,
share something really quick?
What?
My son, he's in pre-K, right? And he just took his first class pictures or his first individual pictures. Can't really see it that well. I'm sorry, but I just got
Okay.
Do they look like you? Let me see.
the. I know. Well,
Put it straight on to the camera.
Kind of looks
and
like
then
Mark
zoom
Pearson.
well, I just got him. Super cute little kid. I might
He
be
actually looks
biased.
like his mom a lot, actually.
That's
Thank
what a lot
God.
of people say.
Thank God,
I guess so. man.
huh?
until you meet her in person.
Oh wow, Jesus! I hope she's not watching you.
Yeah, no, she's not. No, she's definitely not watching. Y'all get more support than I do.
Wow.
So yeah, very cool. Are you gonna get? I expect both Eddie and I to get.
I
Pictures
kind of
of
want
your-
it. If I saw it in a Target, I'd probably get it. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, so yeah, the Predator comes with like his fan shield kind of blade thing, spear, like the folded in spear, one of his chain things. I would expected more with like that chain thing that he used a lot.
Yeah.
Because he used that quite a bit during it, but yeah, really cool. They did also confirm, just wanted to throw this out there, I think on their story or something, they already confirmed that they will do a maskless variant version. So,
Okay.
of course,
Cool.
since it's NECA, you'll have to get 2 different ones if you want
Well,
them, but
they're not doing, so they're doing a normal one, and then you can't just remove the biomask or whatever? Damn.
as of right now, not that I know of. They just said they are doing a unmasked version. So
That
I
one will
don't
probably
know.
have like damage on it, and you hate to
Yeah,
see it, Dylan.
it's
I
very
might have to
possible.
wait for that one.
And he really wasn't unmasked all that.
I know
long in
he
the
wasn't,
movie.
but I
Like,
thought
he
his
just
face was
threw
kind of cool looking.
It was really different,
Yeah.
but yeah. So bunch of cool things coming there in NECA's pipeline. Shredder. What is this guy? Who is this guy? I have no clue.
It's Toka and Razor. I think the turtle is Razor. I don't remember. I get them confused, but they were from
Okay.
the second one. The second.
Then we have
Secret of the
Gargoyles
Ooze.
Broadway, Brooklyn being shown off.
April.
Baby Lexington.
That or ain't is it Angela maybe? Actually, Angela, that one on the left there.
I don't remember her name.
I think it's Angela. They look so damn good, man.
They
Fucking
do.
wings, bro.
Mm-hmm.
God, it pisses me off because I like this line. My only hope is that Super 7 will do them and do them better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be more. It'll be more expensive.
Do you think? Do
It'll
you
be
think
worth
these
it
are
if I
more?
can take those fucking wings off.
Do you think these are more like realistic? I guess.
These are definitely more, yeah, like they did the NECA thing to them. Where they're more like detailed, like with the musculature.
Because
they're
Super
not
7, Super 7 would do. I
Like
would think
animated.
animated.
Yeah,
Yeah, they would.
yeah. These are great.
They for sure.
I hate the wings. I'm not shitting on the line or anything. Like, if you guys like the line, I think it's a sick line.
Each one I've got,
It bugs
the
me.
wings have just fallen.
I still have
I-
all 3 of what's released so far, or 4.
Sean
I have all of them.
Sean, I feel like has gotten all the weird like QC issues. Like I said, you just contact them and they would help you out. I bet.
Yeah,
But
I should.
man, that Universal Monsters line, that's really looking cool. I think that's a cool, diverse kind of setup to have. I'm kind of jealous of you, Sean, for doing
Sean,
that.
you display those year round, or are you gonna? That's like a
Oh yeah,
Halloween thing.
those are. Besides the TMNT Universal Monsters, those are my only other NECA stuff. So they're
You should-
staying up.
You should put
Cool.
them like up around the house during Halloween
Yeah.
decorations.
There was one year I was able to convince Christina to put some Nightmare Before Christmas pops around the house because Grayson loves Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's
He
cool,
loves
too,
it. He'll ask for it,
Yeah.
and she's like, okay, we can keep them out. And I go, it'd be good for Halloween and just decoration and stuff like that. But other than that, she was like, no go. But in the media room, they're right over there by the TV. So they're actually blocking the bottom portion of the TV. So like when you watch sports in here, like the stats on the bottom, you can't see them because the monsters are standing so tall.
Love to see it. Quinn says that mummy is amazing. If I could get the Universal Monsters like that in 1/6, I'd die happy. Yeah, they have a huge following. A lot of people are fans of them, and NECA does not disappoint, especially for the price point. What you get, they're pretty awesome.
Mhm.
So, yeah, and I'm starting to get kind of back into their Predators even too, because they got some cool ones coming out over the next few years from doing that entire Lost Tribe from Predator 2. Yeah, cool stuff. Okay, so we got trivia. We forgot to put I got to put that trivia slide back. Okay, so trivia time, everyone. Chat.
Sorry,
Let's see.
just got a Scotch delivery.
Oh, nice. Let me know when you're ready, Sean. I'll
We
go
are
over
ready.
to it.
Well, hold on. What slide are you talking about? You said you need to put a slide back.
Oh, yeah, to warn me that trivia is coming up. But
Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember which one you're talking about. Okay. No, we're ready. So the first one should be the leaderboard.
any zoom on the Tiny Toons tears? No, I don't. Typically, we don't cover Tiny Toons a ton, Quinn. I think they're cool. I really do. It's just, again, same thing. We gotta cut. We gotta kind of streamline things, and we try and keep things, to their main line for the most part. I really like the Quinn and Jaws Tiny Toon. I always wanted that.
I saw that in a store the other day.
No. Oh, did
If
you
see
already?
it again, let me know. I would get that. I should buy that. But I love, like, here you can see down here what Quinn was looking at. They got the clowns from outer space. But yeah,
Dude, they have Scott
they're cool.
from Teen Wolf. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do
Well,
a
you
lot
know
of
what,
cool
we're
things. I almost think, depending on how these sell, because you'll see these sell well, and then you'll eventually see them turn to Ultimate sometimes.
Bro,
I
if they
almost
do
think
Teen Wolves.
I almost think that they use
NECA.
Yeah, they could. I think that they do they use them as kind of a preliminary testing on how much people like them. But yeah, they're cool. They're a lot of fun. So, all right, Sean, you ready? Everyone ready for the trivia?
Yeah, so for our leaderboard, we got Sam Gist with 1. We got Equan with 1, and Vintage has 2. And that was because of our bonus point we had on the previous show, I believe, right before Dylan took off for vacation. But if you'll keep going. So our small talk trivia for this week is, what was the first thing that got Eddie Money Mendez into collecting?
This is
Was it A, Marvel Legends Spider-Ham, B, Funko Pop Deadpool, C, statue Thor Breaker of Brimstone, or D, Hot Toys Infinity War Thor?
holy shit. Equan did that fast as fuck. Wow.
People
I-
know you.
I'm
Better.
They
surprised,
know you,
man.
man.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy, Equan.
Statue.
You're a real one. Quinn too.
I-
Quinn got it, but
Yep.
If
sorry,
I
we
wouldn't
didn't
have-
play the guessing game, but
If I wouldn't have known because we knew going into this, obviously Eddie told us before the show started. If I wouldn't have guessed, I think I would have guessed Marvel Legends. I always knew that you got into Marvel Legends very quickly, early for a quick amount of time, and then you moved on. But
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
But
Equan, I
Eddie,
was
tell them-
surprised that
Tell them
people-
what the relation is with the rest of them.
So they're all firsts of each
I just
collectible.
noticed- sorry, hold on. I just noticed Equan is making fun of me because I call them Tiny Toons. Yes, Toonie Terrors. Thank you.
Yeah,
you guys.
Toonie Terrors.
Toonie Terrors.
I used to like
Whatever.
to watch Tiny Toons when I was a
Yeah.
kid. But
I
yeah,
can
so
see
all
that.
of these are the first versions of each of these collectibles that I bought. Like the Spider-Ham was my first legend. Thor Breaker of Brimstone was my first statue, and Infinity War Thor was my first hot toy. But the Deadpool was my first collectible. I was living in Palm Springs at the time. I think I was living there still, and there's a comic shop that my brother would go to, and they had a Deadpool. It was just a basic Deadpool pop. He was just standing there. I don't remember. I want to say it was number 10 or something in the Marvel line. I don't remember. But that was what I picked up, and it went downhill from there. So I always thought I'm just going to stick with Funko Pops. They're cool. They're small. They're cheap. I'll stick to that. And it progressed, each one. Legends, Hot Toys, and then statues. And now I'm kind of going in reverse again. Going back. But that's crazy, Equan. I'm really surprised. Sean asked if I wanted to do trivia, and I was like, dude, I don't know that anybody is gonna know this, and I don't remember if I talked about it live or not, so we'll see. But you jumped on that shit quick, so that was cool.
Yeah, so the next couple of shows I want to do we'll do Dylan and me, and maybe we'll get a surprise guest on to do the trivia as well.
There you go.
I don't even know if I'd know your guys's. I'd have to see like the multiple choice to know them.
I
I'm a
was
fake
telling
fan,
Sean,
I guess.
I was telling
Fake
Sean,
friend.
mine might be a trick question because I always talk about like the segue into action figures for me, but that wasn't always necessarily what got me into collecting. So you got to pay attention to the question depending on how he asks it. So, okay, moving on here to Hasbro. Biggest piece of just Hasbro news in general. They are also moving forward with a new starting lineup line outside of their NBA one. They're going along with an NFL line of 6-inch figures now. So there will be NBA and NFL action figures coming here in this line. A lot of people are getting worried that these are going to be like $50 a pop, but
They
there's
are.
no way
Well,
they
wasn't the starting lineup 50
They
or
are
the
50.
NBAs?
They are 50, Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm saying for the NFL ones, they're worried that those are going to be the same. They might even be more, to be honest, because there's like more gear and shit like that with them.
If they did like an exclusive Kobe or like Tim Duncan or something, I think I'd pick up a couple. But for the most part, I'm good with watching old highlights and reels and stuff of my favorite players and stuff.
I would
Yeah.
have been interested if they weren't so expensive. I was interested in some of the NBA ones, like if they did. I think in the first wave they did LeBron, which I was kind of interested in, but I don't know about $50, man. I guess they have to because they went full out with like Nike
Articulation
and NBA
yeah.
and
likeness
LeBron,
and-
like and the like each athlete's likeness and all that. So I get why they're 50, but fuck, maybe if I see one in person and
And
it
yeah,
like strikes me.
Right, I'd want to see how they look, because to be honest, from what I remember them looking like, I wasn't extremely impressed with them. It'd also be cool to really see how in scale they are, because obviously these players are going to be, be completely different looking.
You think?
And they
You think we'll see
are in real life. But I don't know if the figures are going to be, because I can see Hasbro reusing a ton of pieces from every player.
You think we'll see hoops and a court? Like, you think that's a possibility?
Eventually, if they do it well enough, or I think if it takes off, it'll just be hard. I don't know. So
I think it'd be cool to get like a goalpost for NFL
football. Yeah.
Maybe like a half court, or like not even like maybe a free throw line towards the basket. That would be cool.
Or like a pylon that they could dive for in the NFL.
Yeah, or
So
I don't need
Series
like a
1
whole court, It
Right.
would just need to be like a quarter of a display piece or something like that.
If it had like built-in plugs for flight stands and stuff like that, and you could do like,
that'd be legit.
dude, that'd be pretty sick.
But they need to be getting on like like the SH Figuarts stands, like their or is it SH or
They
I think
don't really
it's their
do
Tamashii
stands, huh?
Nation
Yeah.
ones. Like you'd have to
Well,
have
there
some,
are stands that come with these. With their basketball ones. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think they do.
But yeah. So, anyways, we didn't really cover Wave 1 yet fully. I think a lot of this was dropping like in the middle of a bunch of news during Comic-Con. But their Series 1.
starting lineup HasLab.
What? Oh, someone said. Oh yeah.
Daquan.
God. Don't even. We got their Series 1 is Jason Tatum, Trae Young, Ja Morant, Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Stephen Curry, and LeBron James. So
You say
all
Stephen
current
Curry?
players. I know a lot of us
Steven.
want.
Stephen Curry.
That's okay, Dylan. It's Steph.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know that. The day that I get laughed at for pronouncing something wrong by Sean, I swear to God.
Wow.
There's a first for everything, man.
Hey, can you
Sorry.
say Giannis's last name?
Giannis.
I said his
I can't
last
even say
name.
it. Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, don't come at me,
Antetokounmpo.
motherfucker. I'm just kidding. Okay, Star Wars Black
Don't
Series. So they started releasing a ton of Andor stuff. So if shouldn't be a spoiler because the show's been out for a while and nothing is really, I guess, spoilery about this. We've already seen Cassian. But we got Cassian Andor from the TV show, $24.99, due August of 2023. And all three of these figures, four, I guess, are same thing, $24.99 due in August 1st of 2023, according to their website. So we also got Bix Colleen. Is it Luthen Rael? And then Mon Mothma, Senator version. So obviously in her younger days than we see her in the original trilogy. And then we also see the so this is an exclusive it's the Cassian Andor and is it B2EMO? I haven't seen the show yet because I'm just gonna wait for it all to come out and binge it quick. But it's an exclusive because it comes with the droid and him. $55.99, and it's a Pulse exclusive, I believe.
This one's cool because I think the droid like pops up, like you kind of see the gray pieces in there. I think we covered it once already, like the teaser for it. But okay, so Dylan, you said you haven't watched it. Eddie, have you watched it?
I've watched the first 3 episodes, I think.
And non-spoiler, just what do you think? I haven't had a chance to watch it.
It's good. It's really good. Here's the thing. I am not a good person to ask because I was talking about this today. It's good. Like, the acting's good. I guess the story draws you in. The thing is I don't care. Like,
No.
I think there's 5 episodes out now. Like, the most recent one just came out yesterday. I just don't care about his story. Like, I like Diego Luna. I like the dude playing Luthen or whatever, like the dude Selvig from Marvel. I like that actor. And it is like there's good things about this show. I'm not knocking it or anything. I just personally like the story doesn't draw me in. Like I could care less about
Does
this
it
guy
have-
and his story.
Does it have like Rogue One vibes at all? Like I guess what I'm saying is like because I remember Rogue One being slightly dark, not like
He's like-
storyline wise, but like the way that it was shot and stuff like that.
He is like he has his whole like vibe about him, and he's like a smuggler or like a rebel, or it's a story of how he became a rebel. I guess that's what it is. But I'm telling you, it's good. I just for some reason I don't care about it.
Fair.
Got the vibes. It's got the juice.
You bastard.
All right, so moving on, we got also Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary releases. We got the Scout Trooper, $24.99, April 1st of 2023. And then we got Lando Calrissian, Skiff Guard Disguise, $24.99, also due April 1st of 2023. And then Han Solo Endor version. So he is also all these Return of the Jedi releases are set April 1st of 2023. Obviously, I don't even know why we list that because that doesn't always mean much with Hasbro. They just, like I always say, they release shit whenever they want. I ordered something a couple months ago that said it was going to come out like in February of 2023, and I've already been charged for it and it's shipping soon. So makes no sense. Anyways, also there's Princess Leia Endor version with her helmet. And then we had Wicket. So sorry, five of them. But here we have additional packaging of the Cassian and the B2EMO figure here. And yeah, you can see them kind of folded down there, but that's kind of their trademark for the exclusive packaging there. But I still think $55.99 is so expensive. Yeah, I hope April Fool's releases. Anyways, moving on to TVC. Vintage Collection, they also had their set of Andor releases. Cassian Andor. They had Vel Sartha, which we had not seen yet in the Black Series first set that are coming there. And then this one was pretty big, I thought anyways. They are doing a 7-piece Cantina set. That is the like the band, the alien band from the Cantina playing instruments. There's a guy who's like banging on. There's two guys that are banging on two different instruments, a bunch of different blowy instruments, and I think
Blowy.
I think the guy on. Let me see here, because I think the box tells you.
Isn't there
seven-
single releases of these guys too though? Like I thought I saw that
For Black
one
Series.
of the band members are already out.
For Black Series.
yeah.
Black
This
Series.
is
Oh,
TVC,
these. I'm
and
sorry,
it's-
TVC. I'm sorry.
And they all come in, yeah, and this one is like in their smaller, like weird packaging. So I only showed you, if you like were looking, I only showed you really 6 of them. So one of them is doubled on, and I think it is, yeah. So it is this guy. Where is it? This one here, with like the curved up mouthpiece. That one is the one that you get 2 of, I believe, according to the box. So I was trying to figure that out because I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't check out. Moving on here, we have the rescue set. This one is a PulseCon exclusive, so only on excuse me, Hasbro Pulse right now. This one's $55, and I think it's still up as far as I know. $55.99. So they call it a 4-piece set because they count little Yoda, and I remember your guys' rant last show about how he shouldn't count as a figure. But yeah, so it comes with the Dark Trooper, like who's on fire, and then obviously the Mandalorian, Grogu, and then Moff Gideon all in there. So pretty cool set there. And then some of their biggest news, I thought, was moving to Indiana Jones. Yeah, this is pretty big. They got the license for Indiana Jones, didn't waste any time, and they have already announced how it's all going to kind of roll here. So this is the first kind of 6-inch line that they showed off here. There's going to be 3 different kind of lines that they're rolling with. For the kids, they're going to do like something called Indiana Jones Worlds of Adventure. That's similar to Star Wars Mission Fleet. We will probably not be covering that. What we will be covering is the Indiana Jones Adventure series, and that's what these are. They're 6-inch collector line. Supposed to be in scale with like Marvel Legends, Black Series, etc. And then there is a retro line as well, 3 3/4 inch. We'll cover that from time to time depending on how time goes. And then there's a premium role play item line as well, and those are going to be 1-to-1 scale items. And they released a little bit of everything to start off with here. So you can see that they are starting off doing, so their first 2 figures is going to be obviously Indiana Jones. He's going to come with a ton of stuff, like his whip, hat, satchel, pistol, his golden fertility idol, new hand connection, and then like some pieces for the Ark from the Ark of the Covenant, and then the other guy that is going to be coming. So yeah, there you go. There's the pieces, and the Covenant is going to be like a Build-A-Figure kind of thing. You're gonna get that
cool.
together. What?
That's cool.
I need a
Yeah,
1-to-1 Covenant.
It's an interesting scale. Not this one. This one's going to be in scale with them. But yeah, so pretty cool there. And then we also got to start off with as well is Major Arnold from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Both of these are Raiders of the Lost Ark theme, by the way. They're $24.99 due April 10th of 2023. So Sala, Belloc, and Marion still coming. And I think those are from Temple of Doom, I want to say. But here's his pieces from the Ark. And yeah, someone mentioned he has a melting face, which is so cool, in my opinion. So yeah, that's really awesome. And I think, by the way, when I saw first pictures of him without his coat on, I'm like, not doing it for me. But you put his overcoat on, that like covers his arms and kind of covers some of the terrible looking joints in his legs, looks so much better. So I really like this look. Or even just the one where he's got his hand up with his burned emblem when he gets burned there. And then the one retro figure for Indiana Jones from Raiders of the Lost Ark. That one is like I said, 3 3/4 inch scale. It's got a little bit more than the 5 points of articulation. He's got like knee bend and then like a gun that he can hold. This guy is $14.99, also due April 10th of 2023. So then the 1-to-1 scale thing, I thought Marion was from Temple of Doom. Who am I always get his ladies mixed up, sorry. But yeah. Anyways, so we got the Staff of Ra headpiece. Obviously that he digs in there and shines through to find the clues for his next thing here. This is 1-to-1. This is going to be $50.99 due April of 2023. So yeah, that is kind of their break into the Indiana Jones. And yeah, this is just the tip, unfortunately. I know you'd like the whole thing, Ekwan, but we're only
Decent start though. I mean,
getting
that's a good start.
Well, it's got to go somewhere, right? You
Right.
can't always just be the tip, though.
I want a wooden goblet for the next 1-to-1. Remember when he's like reaching for which one it's gonna be?
From the Last Crusade, the Holy Grail, you mean?
Yeah, the Holy Grail.
Spoilers, Sean. You.
That.
Anyways.
If that's a spoiler, then you got other issues. You need to watch the movies.
That Marion is. I gotta go back. That's bugging me. That's right.
She's from the first movie. The second
Yeah.
movie is blonde girl.
Yeah, you're right. As soon as I looked at her, it all came together. All right, so that's a cool start. But yeah, I obviously love these movies growing up. So I don't know if I'll get them really. This is a movie that I think I would, or this is something that I'd almost rather have something higher end with, and I haven't seen anything high end that's mass produced. There's a ton of really good, obviously like 1/6 scale customs and stuff. But
Yeah, the Present Toys one looks good.
Yeah,
I don't know. It sucks that they do this cardboard shit now, because if I saw it at a store and I thought it looked good, I might be tempted to pick up Indy. And if I'm kind of hoping they go as far as forget the name of the third one with his dad, but if they do a Sean Connery, I'd be pretty tempted for him as well.
Well, and Eddie, on your point on that, I I sent you guys. We didn't put it on the slides, but I sent you guys a picture of the Yellow Ranger, and that still has like the clamshell and stuff for the for this head sculpt.
Yeah.
The extra one that I have, like the eye is on like the eyebrow.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna go to the store, you're gonna buy one of the full boxes and be like, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot, and then you have this really messed up head sculpt,
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, you could have left it there, and now you have to go through the hassle of contacting them. Hey, this and that, shipping it, whatever, sending replacements, stuff like that. So
I'm gonna open it in the store.
I need to see what it looks like now.
Yeah, that like when we had the conversation before and I was debating you guys, I told you guys that's the hill that you guys need the dye on, not the whole plastic feels like you're getting less blah 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 thing. It's the not being able to see if there's mess
Well,
with what you're getting.
They don't need the plastic to see the figure. You can cut a hole. They do those transformers that have the hole in front. You can still see the figure in it.
That's true.
Or do the flap like NECA,
They're probably worried about people already like rip shit out of the boxes.
I've seen plenty
like
of pictures of them
so.
just ripping the shit out of a box.
Yeah. So, we'll keep you guys updated with the 6-inch line for sure, and then we'll cover the retro and the 1-to-1 scale stuff when we can. Essentially, the premium role play they call it. So, Sean, if you want to take it away with Legends and whip us through that real quick.
Yeah, so for Hasbro Marvel Legends, we got the Star-Lord Guardians of the Galaxy comic version. I would argue this is more of his magazine version that he came out with before the comics. So he did have a series where he might have had this for a hot minute, but he's more recognizable from Annihilation Conquest in his more army-looking style than just what he has here. But anyway, this is going to be $37, and all you're really getting is a sword and a gun and a couple extra pairs of hands. Due out April 13th, 2023. If you want to keep going on, we'll just fly through it. The box, same box we've been talking about. But the next one's going to be the Moon Knight Legends. Moon Knight, $25.99, sorry. June 2023 for a release date. This one's kind of cool. The artwork on the box I like better than the actual figure, just because the cloak doesn't seem like it goes far enough down for me as compared to what the box shows. But you're gonna get a staff, a couple of Daredevil size sticks, a couple of hands, and Dylan, do you know what the other accessories are? Like what are his little boomerangs called? Do you know?
Aren't they just called like moonerangs or
Moonerang, something like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what they're called.
But honestly, I like the bigger cloak and the more flat face that he has, as opposed to some of the striations he has in the mask from the black mask for his nose and stuff. But Dylan, is this something you're gonna pick up, or just because it's Moon Knight, or what?
I don't know. I already have. So Mezco did 2 versions of Moon Knight, and they killed it on both. One was just the all white one, and then this one. So there's like controversy back in the day on what color Moon Knight's suit was. Was it silver? Was it white? Was it black and white? And I think technically it was supposed to be a different color, but the white and black is kind of it's like a shading in the comics, right? It's just like
right.
a lot of shadowing, so it's kind of like a old comic book style version of Moon Knight in a sense is what this one is. And I have the Mezco one, and it's amazing. I just don't think I need this one because of that.
So Equan says $37 sounds like a peg warmer.
This is 30. Oh, you mean
So
Star-Lord?
it's the Star-Lord. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the Star-Lord. I went back because of his shockedness of it and just make sure I had it right. And I will say it actually changed. I know it said $37. It is now $34.50 on Walmart for the Star-Lord. So yeah, take that for what you will, but you'll still be paying about $36 or so, $37 with tax and everything anyway. But so that's the Moon Knight. Most of what we have coming up next is from the Hasbro PulseCon that they had. The first thing was the Retro Iron Man. Some of the stuff we do have prices for. Others, it was released before we can add it on. But I just keep feeling like these companies are going back and forth with each other, because we had talked about how Mezco did something similar to this. And then here we go with Hasbro, who are coming out with the same thing, in their
Mafex,
version.
you mean?
Mafex, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Mafex. So, I mean, it's cool, I guess, to get it at a little bit cheaper. But if you want better quality and better stuff, then I would still go with Mafex. But this is their Iron Man Hasbro. The Iron Man PulseCon Plasma Cannon. So it's 2 separate boxes. Comes with a head sculpt. Comes with an extra Iron Man head and some extra hands. There's a Daredevil 3-pack that's coming out. We don't have a picture of that one. Doom Retro went up. We don't have a picture of that one. But it's actually looks really good. I think it looks better than the original Marvel Legend that came out, and he does have one his book.
Hey Michelle, we're doing good. Thanks for tuning in. Quinn said, by the way, for anyone that has GameStop Pro Rewards, they have a bunch of stuff. Buy 2, get 1 free. If anyone does have that, I'll take the 2-pack 40th anniversary. That what is it? 20th anniversary of Halo? Right? Yeah, something that 2-pack, Eddie, that you and I were
think it
talking
is
about.
20th.
Yeah.
We're going to
Sean,
get
keep
a
going.
retro Ghost Rider set with bike, with the classic Kenner box. Classic Orb, that was a 2023 release. Secret Wars Molecule Man for 2023. Going back to Orb, I think the eye on him looks really cool. I mean, other than that, it's just like a basic figure with like a blaster and stuff. But that was Molecule Man. Next one should be Moonstone, coming out late this year. So that's Moonstone. The one that I was really hype about is the next one. It's the MCU What If Warrior Gamora. Go one more, please. There we go. Just a render right now, but she was one of my favorite characters in the whole thing. Just the armor with the sword and stuff, to see her wielding it. So I will more than likely pick this figure up when it drops. Other things that you can pre-order today would be the retro carded Uncanny X-Men Wolverine for $24.99, due out April 1st of next year. Pretty basic, just an extra head sculpt with what are they called? His adamantium blades. The next one is Long Shot for $24.99, due out April 1st. Next one would be the Multiple Man May 1st of 2023. And then Retro Dark Phoenix. She is pinless. Was a good note for it. May 1st of next year. Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Due out May 1st of next year. And then Uncanny X-Men Spiral, due out May 1st. This one is sold out. And then the next one would be I believe it's the VCR X-Men Marvel Cyclops. Dylan, keep going through. There's Spiral, and there is Cyclops for $27.99, due out February of next year. And that line is filling out very well. I think they're doing a very good job with that. It's not something I want to pick up, but it is a very nice collection if you have them.
They did. They're doing the Power Rangers ones now too. Why did they not do this cool art on the Power Rangers ones? The Power Rangers one is just a picture of the figure. It kind of sucks.
And even the figures look like that when their attempt to do the retro flip heads.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like less bulky, but still looks like the flip heads.
Yeah.
You know, less articulation. You know, it might as well be the Marvel. It might as well be the Lightning Collection figure. You know,
with shittier articulation though.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, shittier. I mean, you didn't know you can go that much further with that, but
yeah, that kind of sucks.
Just a quick update on HasLab. Dylan, thank you. The Engine of Vengeance still $349.99, but the backers have dropped significantly from, I think it was 5,300 and something to 5,166. So they're definitely losing steam on this thing. While I think it's a cool concept, it's a cool idea, I just think it's weak, you know, especially because a lot of the figures that they're announcing, they've already mentioned that people want. You know, these are things that people want, and they have decided to put it in a HasLab. So either they're going to bite their tongues and just kind of release the figures and not the HasLab, or it's even more of an insult to say, hey, you guys wanted this, so let's put it in a HasLab and it not come out, which is very, very close to what it's looking at in about 15, 16 days. This HasLab will be over. If by some miracle it is fulfilled, it'll be due out in the fall of 2023. There was the exclusive Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider figure that was an early bird, and then they came back and said, you know what, we're going to include the head sculpt. And then in an even more backwards movement, they've taken away the tier concept on this, and at 10,000 backers, you're going to get, I think it's Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen. So there is another figure that you will acquire at 10,000 instead of 12,000 with Mephisto. So Mephisto was still that original first tier 7-inch figure, another figure that people have said they've been wanting for very long to put it into a HasLab. This just puts a bad taste in my mouth, and not even like what Dean has said and commented about, but the original backer, the original backing tier was 12,000 for Mephisto, and just to kind of push people forward, like, hey, you know what? We need 2,000 less to get the first figure. And I don't even know who this person is. Like, even through reading the comics and all that kind of stuff, I don't even really know who she is. Say what?
You don't know who Madeline Pryor is?
No, I really don't.
She's the Goblin Queen, isn't she?
Right, well, which is what the figure says, but
I don't know about it either, but she's a big character. She's head of the... They did that Hellfire Club thing. I think she was part of that. I don't know. But I know she's popular. I know a lot. but I think it's more of like an X-Men thing than it is
Okay.
Ghost Rider. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Either way, the fact that they had to, typically you go up in backers, be like, hey, the next figure is at 14,000, but this one it will be at 10,000 before Mephisto. And then all we have left to round out Marvel Legends is just some teasers from the New York Comic Con. Purple Deadpool, you had the Miss Marvel, the Venom Punisher, and then there was some teases of the HasLab for Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and everything looks really cool. I mean, I like it. I think maybe this one's just a miss.
So you're not gonna back it?
I will not back this one.
It's just the price is a miss. I think everybody doesn't want to pay
Yeah,
that
I mean,
price for
look,
it.
that Ghost Rider for me is perfect. I love Robbie Reyes. When I first saw him in, what was it, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was like, man, this guy is sweet. I like the idea of the car instead of the horse and stuff like that. I mean, great character, different face mask and stuff, instead of just like the burning skull and stuff. So
I don't know
it
what the
looks
fuck you just
awesome
said,
in it.
little kid. But you special, man.
Thanks, Dylan. But anyway, I think the figure looks great. I really just think this one is a miss.
Yeah. They're not. It's
Yeah.
not going to get backed. It's
Yeah,
not.
we'll have more time to talk about it on future shows. Just wanted to kind of update everyone there. So, kind of moving on from Hasbro here. Really, the last piece of news we got. 4 Horsemen. They obviously had their second now Figura Obscura figure that they've released. So this was the Headless Horseman, obviously $120 plus shipping, and almost, or a lot of people's have started shipping or have shipped already. So this guy comes with like a peg in pumpkin jack-o'-lantern either head, or he comes with a hand that you can peg it on. So pretty cool there. You can attach and peg in all the fire effects if you want that. If not, you don't have to have that. His neck piece, there's no good pictures showing it off, but the neck piece, you can put in a little stopper in there that looks like a chopped off severed head. And then you have obviously his horse, which I think is probably the coolest part of it. It's like a neighing horse, like his mouth is open, teeth are showing, red eyes, like red hooves. Really cool, all black, really cool looking horse. I think you can get him set up with a lot of other really cool figures overall, and just in general, you can do a lot with this figure. It's pretty cool. I think Bill from Dork Lair was kind of pointing out that a lot of the body looks like reuse from some of the vampires. So yeah, really cool. Quinn, this was $120 plus shipping. So these horses usually range anywhere from 60 to 80. And then these figures that I guess are painted better, kind of new, are usually anywhere in the realm of $40 to $60, I should say. Like I'll say $30 to $60. So it does seem a bit steep and pricey, but overall it seems like a really well done set. Like I said, I need the open mind, but from what everyone is saying, it's they're pretty excited. This was just on their website. They had 2 periods where it was up for pre-order. Or
Uh-oh. Did we lose Dylan?
He's back.
Dylan, you are now on mute. You are still on
muted,
mute.
Dylan.
You are still on mute. Talk now.
Nope.
You know, while Dylan's figuring out his stuff, he mentioned Bill. I earlier today I had to watch a couple of videos, and Bill's was one of them, and I think his was the one that convinced me to. If I can get this, I definitely want to get it. I think it's a really cool figure. It'll be my third Mythic Legions, as I am getting a Lithia and the horse for a Lithia. And then we lost the slides too. But I'm really interested in trying to get this figure. There might be a couple that I have an option of getting to. But hey, are you there?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
What the hell just happened there? Hello?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
you're
you.
good.
You're good. I don't know what happened, but you dropped on us
Oh.
for sure.
It lagged
why
for a minute and then
God
cut
damn
out.
it! What happened there? And then you just stare at me like I thought I. Anyways, yeah, I have no idea what happened there, guys. Sorry, I don't. StreamYard is messing up pretty bad here. It just like I had a pop up that showed up that I just lost. connection to
Restarting
my mic
computer
out of
now.
nowhere. Yeah, I just had to reload the page and come back in. But what was the last thing you guys heard?
Don't remember, but I was saying how I watched Bill's review, and that kind of convinced me to at least attempt to acquire one of these guys. So hopefully I'll hear back from Stevens tomorrow on if they have one available.
Gotcha. Yeah, they look pretty well done. And yeah, I don't remember someone. If you guys heard me when someone, I think it was Quinn, asked how much it was, $120.
Right.
And yes, Jason, I have received mine, but I have not opened it out of the box yet.
Was it up on Big Bad? Or no?
No, it's
No, it
exclusive
was the
through their
source.
store.
Yeah.
So this is
okay.
their line that they call Figura Obscura. So it's just like random, like non-patented or trademark licensed things that they can make figures of. Like Krampus was part of this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think someone was saying that they actually wanted to release this last year and couldn't get it ready in time for Halloween, so they just ended up going with Krampus for Christmas, something like that. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. But so that is all we have there. We want to thank our Patreonies, our sweet Patreonies. So I will start off with Sean Fear, Ian CB, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre. Thanks, Quinn. You're also a rock star in the chat tonight. Thanks for tuning in. King Louie, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, James Cawley, Equan, you too. Good having you guys in the chat tonight. And we had Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Dan Minair, Joao Beretta, Thomas Clark, Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Fern, King Zachary V, Caesar Morrow Quinn, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Rick D. Gregorio, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Asusina, The Illustrious Rayner, Alid Morgan, Tukathri Wa, Derek B. Ziadzinski, Eris Portillo, I don't know which one that one is. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
Portillo.
Pablo. Oh, you're just the pronunciation king now.
Yeah.
One show
Pablo
and I'm an
Meza.
expert, right?
Pablo Meza, Carlos Saavedra, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don Maton, sorry, Jimmy James, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Luis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. Thank you guys so much. Now, for our Patreon benefits, I will post a link if you want to become one, if you are not one. But our Patreon benefits for October is a sticker, a Does Anybody Work sticker, a picture of John, and then a Dean Halloween sticker. Where it kind of looks like Satan or something. So, YouTube channel members. We got Mojo Z78, Absolute Irwin, DK Avenger 702, MFG Rick, S Beam, Andreas IB, Daminator, Sam Gist, Thomas Clark, Benjamin Hansen, Chris V, Big Ol' Fern, OG Fan, Mark Pearson, Ben Thomas, Paul Schreiber, Andrew Gibo, CC3PO, Carlito, CT603, Eddie Mendez, Sia Dreams, Jay Sia, and B Chan. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Now, if you want to become a Patreon, it's Sweet Angel tiers, $5 a month, and you get exclusive. You get a sticker sent straight to your door, as well as access to Alex After Dark. Certified Crispy, $15 a month. You get all of those items, including an official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge and assistance with figure fixes by Zach. And then message him to confirm it's possible. And then What a Guy, $25 a month. What a Guy, folks in this tier get a What a Guy exclusive Pog Deluxe set on first pledge, doubles of all the stickers and benefits of the previous tiers. International postage will be charged above $5 will be charged at cost for Pogs. For YouTube members, Patreon, if you are Patreon, it is only 99 cents. You get all the fun loyalty badges and member shoutouts. Peanut galleries, you get those as well. But if you are not a Patreon, you are from the Peanut Gallery, and that is $2.99. So our network, Collecting Weekly Live, goes live every Tuesday, and Only Fools and Collecting. We alternate Thursdays with them, so they will be going live. Our boys from across the pond. We'll be going live next Thursday. We are every other Thursday, so not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. We will be going live after dark every Wednesday. Every Wednesday night, Bricks and Brews. And that is typically like a last Sunday of the month-ish type show. The Ringcast, they just recorded one, right, recently. And then Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing every Monday. Collectors Club will be going live tomorrow with John and folks. And then Live In Let Dice. So, if you want to support us any further, you can go to T Republic, purchase any of these fun shirts. We have plenty more there, but ton of good stuff there. So, great show, guys. Just kind of ran through the end there, but yeah, that was actually a pretty loaded show. I feel like we hacked out fairly quickly. We're pure business overall. You guys have any last shout outs here?
Just shout out to the chat. Thanks for being here.
Sean, did you want to talk about OxCon before we left, or no?
I can if you want. I mean, I was only there for one day. I know certain people came in on Thursday and Friday, and Zach had a whole plan for all of them, or they all had a plan there. It's been talked about for quite a while and stuff, so they did their thing. I participated on Saturday. Basically went to Steven's, Buddy's. There was a D&D store next to Buddy's that they went to, and I kind of hung out, and that's kind of where I dropped out because I found out my son wasn't feeling very well and my wife needed some help. So I hurried home after that. But I know they hung out at the Oxfather home, and they had their fellowship beer, which we finally found once Mark came in. They went to one of the local Total Wines and found that.
It's like a Lord of the Rings beer.
Yeah, I think it's an IPA. It's an IPA for the Fellowship beer by Wild. I think it's something Wild Dogs cool. Or something like that. But we tried to find that, and they were able to get it. Other than that, I mean, they did a couple of They did some streams. Mark and them all had a good time at Zach's house, and I mean, it was just a good old time. They went downtown, did the touristy thing. Is that something you did when you came?
Yeah, I was staying downtown. I stayed at that haunted hotel. I forgot the name of it.
By the
where I-
Alamo? The
That's where
Gunter?
I would
Yeah,
wanna stay,
yeah.
too.
We went.
You
and
stayed
then-
at the Gunter for real?
Yeah, yeah. I'm alive, so not that haunted.
I want to stay
did-
there too.
It was creepy, kind of like,
It's a
Had a
really
creepy
old
vibe.
hotel though, just to be
Yeah.
at, you know.
but it's cool. And then so we stayed there, and one night we went down and walked downtown, and what is that
Mhm.
water
The River Rock.
that runs? Yeah, we did that, and we checked out the Alamo.
No.
And that was all we did, really. We didn't, like, we had walked it at night, so it's not like a bunch of stuff was open. Like, there's like a wax museum there, and
Yeah,
like,
the
some
Wax
other
Museum.
stuff.
There's some other attractions and stuff.
Yeah,
It's I mean if you're gonna do the touristy thing, it's definitely the place to be. I mean, there's so much things to do there. The Ripley's Wax Museum, and they used back in the day they had a Indiana Jones like what are the cable cars like in the mines and stuff. You know, they had
Oh,
that
yeah?
kind of ride. And
that's
stuff
cool.
like that, and access to some of the more popular bars off of Alamo Street and stuff. I met Marco for the first time. I met Danny for the first time at Stevens, and then Mark came a little bit later after Zach brought him over to Stevens and stuff, and we all just kind of hung out there for a solid couple, I would say maybe about 2 hours or so, talking with Steven and Daisy and stuff like that, and they picked up some figures and stuff. I don't know if they talked about that on the main show or not, but they picked up some figures, and then
cool.
they wanted to grab some souvenirs, and then after that went to Buddy's, and that's where I picked up the Star-Lord. So I was happy about that. That was actually my first time being at Buddy's too, so it was a good experience to pick something up there. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. You know, we John Ortiz came out and stuff. He's a local
I saw
here
him.
who's a part of the network and stuff, just the Patreonies and the members and stuff, just kind of hanging out and stuff. So I know there were some other people that were supposed to show up, but flight issues and just life and stuff like that. So it was good to meet everybody. Danny was there. I mean, man, Danny, we were at Stevens. I was like, dude, I kind of want this sideshow Scarlet Witch statue, man. And I was ready to jump, and I was like, I gotta stay on focus. I gotta stay on focus for the Thanos, the XM Thanos. So
Danny Lee said Zach walking into
The
Stevens like a
Zach walk.
celeb. He came in with a swagger. Danny said also met Manny and his wife too. Very
yep,
cool.
Manny and
Jealous
his
of
wife
all
were
you
there.
guys. If it wouldn't have been so close to that wedding of mine, or that wedding that I was going to, not my wedding, but that wedding I went to, I probably would have made it work. But
Maybe we do like a spring
next one or
OxCon and a
I was
fall
at a wedding
OxCon.
too, dude. That's crazy.
yeah,
both
so was
missed
Dean
it
that
for
weekend
weddings.
too.
Yeah, he had a wedding.
Yeah. So it's kind of, it was crazy. But anyways, yeah, and I just wanted to shout you guys out. You guys did a great job the show without me. Made me feel good about
Leaving the
not that I
channel, what?
wanted to be
Oh.
not that I wanted to be gone, but you guys did a good job holding the fort down. So thank you. But all right, with that said, I will let everyone go. Thank you everyone for tuning into tonight's episode of Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing at all. And have a good night. And yes, Dan,